Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scout Sports 101 Browns NFL Week 7. We'll call it early games and late games post game show and Sunday Night Football update show, we'll call it. Uh, and boy, what a crazy game between the Browns and Colts as they beat them today. They beat the Colts by one in a thriller today, 39 to 38 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Uh, and it was Kareem Hunt and Myles Garrett uh, flexed their muscles, and PJ Walker rolled on True Grit in place of Deshaun Watson, and Dustin Hopkins' strong leg kept the Cleveland Browns kicking on all cylinders. To coach Kevin Stefanski, it was a perfect combination. Walker replaced injured quarterback Watson in the first quarter and directed a second straight fourth quarter comeback, relying on Hunt's second score of the day with 15 seconds left to give Cleveland a 39 to 38 victory over the Indianapolis Colts today. We needed moxie. We needed grit. We needed toughness at the end, Stefanski said. We got all that. We poured everything we had into this game, and we needed every bit of it. While the Browns, who are now 4-2 and come up short on style points, they preserved in this one. They persevered in this one, excuse me, despite seeing the league's stingiest scoring defense sometimes look vulnerable, aided by questionable penalties against the Colts on back to back plays in the final 40 seconds. The first illegal contact call erased what would have been a game sealing fumble recovery. The second, a pass interference call, gave Cleveland four chances from the 1 yard line. Hunt barely cracked the goal line on fourth down. This one certainly didn't follow Stefanski's script. Watson made his first start since September 24th, then departed in the first quarter after taking a big hit that left him sprawled on the turf for several minutes. He was elevated for a head injury and later was cleared to return, but did not because Stefanski wanted to protect the franchise quarterback. That's all it was, Stefanski said. It's my job to make those tough decisions. The Colts, who are now 3-4, lost their second straight as Gardner Minshew committed four more turnovers, three of which Cleveland turned into scores, with the last one sealing the victory. Now, he has seven turnovers in his two starts since rookie Anthony Richardson injured his right shoulder, but in perhaps the wildest game of Week 7, Minshew still had the Colts in the precipice the precipice of victory thanks to two TD runs matching his previous career total and touchdown passes of 59 yards to Josh Downs and 75 yards to Michael Pittman Jr., whose score gave the Colts a 38 to 33 lead with 5:38 left. That just made too many. They just made too many mistakes to close it out. Uh, there was a lot of good, I feel, on the offensive side, and then once again, just rally turnovers. Minshew said, "I think we need to do better, to do a better job, excuse me, of taking care of the ball and playing complementary football." Garrett made sure they couldn't. He dominated the first half with two strip sacks and leaped over the long snapper to block a 60-yard field goal. With all three plays leading to Browns points, he finished with nine tackles, and Zadarius Smith added a third strip sack that Cleveland recovered with 2 seconds left. It's up there, Garrett said when he asked evaluate his performance. But who says the next one can't be even better? And that is absolutely true. It really was just another day at the office. Hopkins probably felt the same way after making two 54-yard field goals and a 58-yarder, extending his streak of consecutive games with at least one 50-yarder to five. Uh, to at least one 50-yarder to a five and NFL record. Uh, it was just enough for the Browns. We knew we had time and we knew we needed points, Walker said. Guys made plays when it mattered, and I was starting to see some things we could take advantage of. I just needed to get the ball in our playmakers' hands. Jerome Ford had a 69-yard touchdown run on on third and on the third play of the game and finished with 11 carries for 74 yards, while Walker had 15 of 32 with 178 yards and one interception. Minshew was 15 of 23 for 305 yards with two touchdowns and an interception. Jonathan Taylor had carries for 175 yards and his first score of the season. And the Browns had five receptions for 125 yards. And here's the injury report for the Browns. In addition to Watson, defensive end Alex Wright and cornerback Denzel Ward both were evaluated for head injuries, and Ford left in the fourth quarter with an ankle injury. Ward cleared to the protocol. Watson is expected to have an MRI done on his injured right shoulder on Monday. And so we'll see if we get him for the game against Seattle next week. And for the Colts, rookie cornerback Juju Brents left with a quad injury in the first half and did not return. And receiver Isaiah McKenzie was evaluated for a concussion in the second half. Here are the takeaways. Cleveland's defense entered the game ranked among the league's top five in most of the major defensive categories, but they came into the game with just four takeaways, a number they doubled Sunday today, despite allowing a season worst 456 total yards. And the Browns did everything they needed to do to score points, and this was a crazy game because that lead seesawed back and forth in this game today. And I got to tell you, this was a and the Browns will head to Seattle next Sunday, and we'll see if we can go to 5-3 as we play the Seahawks. The Colts play their fourth home game in 5 weeks next Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. But this was one of those games where just things were crazy, and the lead just seesawed back and forth, and uh, it just seesawed just back and forth, and boy, just PJ Walker did a really good job, but I have to give the game boss to the Browns, so let's give them to him right now. PJ Walker, 15 of 32, carries attempts, 178 yards, one interception. Jerome Ford, 11 attempts, 74 yards, one touchdown, and Elijah Moore, 4 receptions and 59 yards. And I'm also giving a game ball to Dustin Hopkins for 4 field goals, making 4 for 4 on field goals. And I'm also going to give one to Myles Garrett as well. I'm giving it to Myles. And Kareem Hunt for his late touchdown. And I got to tell you, I am also giving one to him because Myles really put up a big touchdown in that fourth quarter. He really did. So I am also giving one to Myles Garrett. So you get that. And besides Dustin Hopkins, they really helped us out. And those are the game balls for this week. But they look really good today. This is one of those crazy games where the lead just seesaw back and forth. But there were some plays that were not so good, and they needed to hold that lead, but they managed to get it back, and they persevered in the end. So the Browns win by 39-38. We're going to go over the other scores. You already know from Thursday night, the Jaguars beat the Saints 31-24. The Atlanta Falcons stunned the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 16-13 at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. The Chicago Bears beat the Las Vegas Raiders, 30-12 at Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. The New York Giants beat the Washington Commanders at home at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Baltimore Ravens just walloped the Detroit Lions. They were all over the Lions today. The Lions were held to just 6 points. I think 2 field goals they were held to just for today. 38-6 today at M&T Bank Stadium. And the New England Patriots, they go to 2-5 as they beat the Buffalo Bills at their home, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, 29-25. The Seattle Seahawks beat the Arizona Cardinals 20-10. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the LA Rams 24-17. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Chargers at Arrowhead Stadium 31-17. And the Denver Broncos beat the Green Bay Packers on Empire Field at Mile High 19-17. And right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are leading 3-0 over Miami. I have Miami for this one. I'm not doing so hot. I am 3-8 right now. And my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, is 6-5. So it looks like he's going to win the picks this week, but I am not doing the greatest. I'm hoping I can win these last two. This is a battle of 2-5-1 teams tonight. And right now it's 3-0 Philadelphia. And it's with and Miami has the ball. It's there's 5:23 left to go in the first quarter. 4th and 15 at the Miami 38. And I just have this hunch Miami's going to get the win on the road. And my brother-in-law has Philly for this one. I take Miami. That was one of the ones we didn't agree on. But both teams have been playing excellent ball up to this point, and right now it's been a low-scoring first quarter, and so we'll see. And there hasn't been any touchdowns except for just a field goal by the Eagles right now. So let me. I wanted to see, and it was a Jordan Elliott 24-yard field goal that was good. And it's right now that's where we stand at 3-0 Eagles. So we shall see if the Miami Dolphins can get the win, or will it be Philly? Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101. The Scott Sports 101 Browns early games post-game show, early late games post-game show, and Sunday Night Football update show. I'll be back with the post-game show for Sunday Night Football after the Dolphins-Eagles game is concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.